Lawless. Now, Lawless is set during the Depression in Virginia in the 1930s and is about a trio of brothers who are bootlegging moonshine. And due to their success, they catch the eye of the local authorities and a new deputy in town who's wanting a cut of the profits. Now, the film is directed by John Hillcoat, who is most well known for his last couple of films, which was The Road, starring Viggo Mortensen, and The Proposition. Lawless first caught my eye when I saw the first trailer to be released and noticed the star-studded cast that it had. The movie stars Shia LaBeouf, best known for his performance in the Transformers films. It also stars Tom Hardy, who is best known for his performance earlier on this year for Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. And the film also stars Jason Clarke, Guy Pearce, Jessica Chastain, and Mia Wasikowska. Now, when I first saw the trailer for Lawless, it did catch my eye due to the amount of action that seemed to be in it and the overall setting of the film. Also, it starred Tom Hardy. Now, in this movie, Tom Hardy plays Forrest Bondurant, who is the main brother of the trio of bootlegging moonshiners. The other two brothers are played by Shia LaBeouf and Jason Clarke. These three brothers have a tendency to build up a reputation within Franklin County, Virginia, and they are well known to everybody. There's even a legend going round that the main brother, Forrest, is actually indestructible due to things that have happened in his past. Now, overall, the feeling of the movie is not as I thought it would be. Now, the actual trailer itself does actually kind of portray it as a bit more action-packed than it actually was, but I'm not really complaining about that side. I'm just trying to warn you, just in case you decide to see it, on the back of the trailer. What I really liked about Lawless is the feel of the movie. The actual shots in this film are gorgeous. There's some fantastic surroundings, some great shots from the director, and a real feeling of involvement with the family themselves. Now, as you follow these brothers, when they're making their actual moonshine and they're selling it to everybody that they can in the local area, you start to actually see that the locals took a bit of a shine to them, and the actual authorities are kind of throwing a blind eye. They're not really looking, as long as they're actually getting a little bit of the booze themselves. Now, as I was sat watching Lawless, the film actually started to mainly deviate off to Shia LaBeouf's character of Jack Bondurant. Now, I'm not a big fan of Shia LaBeouf. He's obviously been in some films, Transformers, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I'm not overall a big fan of the guy. However, I do have to say Shia LaBeouf's performance in this film, for me, was fantastic. He really actually did prove that he can act. He was actually very good in the movie. Also, no real surprise that Tom Hardy was absolutely brilliant. He had a very laid-back performance. This guy can actually perform in any type of movie you want him to, whether it be action or whether it be more drama. The guy's just a fantastic actor. Now, the other brother, Howard Bondurant, is played by Jason Clarke. I don't really know Jason Clarke very well, but he was good as the third Bondurant brother, and very believable. Now, the film also stars Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman is actually known for being in, well, just about everything, really, and he's absolutely brilliant in everything he's in. And it's no surprise, he's great in this film. The only bit of a disappointment is the fact he's only in actually 2 scenes in the entire film. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen the actual majority of Gary Oldman's screen time. Now, the main bad guy of the movie is played by Guy Pearce. Now, Guy Pearce is kind of an actor who's been around for a while. He actually started in the Australian soap opera Neighbours. Now, Guy Pearce, for me, is a very underrated actor, in my opinion. The guy's brilliant in everything I've ever seen him in, and he's not had many leading roles. Now, in Lawless, he actually proves that he can play a creepy bastard. I mean, really slimy. You know this guy's got a really, really dark undertone to him, and you really hate him from the first moment he walks on screen. As the film progresses, you really do start to side with the Bondurant brothers and are really wanting them to get rid of Guy Pearce's character, who you just wish they would shoot as soon as they saw him. As I mentioned earlier, the film also stars Jessica Chastain and Mia Wasikowska, her again, and both of the ladies do very well within their respective parts. And gentlemen, I'd also just like to let you know that this film, yes, has. Now, I did enjoy Lawless, but it wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a bad movie, don't get me wrong, it was a very good film. I was just slightly disappointed with the overall outcome. From the trailers, it does actually show you quite a bit of the action that's already in the film. The majority of the action actually takes place within the latter third of the film. There are a few other scenes in there that are scattered around, but it's mainly about the family drama. There were a few points in the movie where it did drag slightly for me. However, overall, I did enjoy the film. Now, when I came out of Lawless, as I said, I was slightly disappointed, but it's not a bad film. I do actually recommend that if you do get a chance to go to the cinema to see this, please do. Some of the atmosphere in it is fantastic, the shots are great, and the performances by everyone are absolutely top-notch. Overall, I give Lawless a 3.5 out of 5. On my scale, that's very good. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm RDW. This has been RDW Review. If you enjoyed it, please click subscribe or leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.